Patty, I just wondered what Wonder Woman meant to you personally growing up, and what it's been like seeing all those young girls at screenings and premieres.
So growing up, Wonder Woman was, I was the kid on the schoolyard, perfect age when Wonder Woman came out, the TV show. And it blew all of our minds because, you always have these heroes and these characters and figures that you're trying to live up to, but there was nothing like Wonder Woman. There was nobody who's joining in to play with the boys, to stop crime, to stop the bully, and yet lived up to a female fantasy of and I look like Linda Carter while I'm doing it. It just hit every target of what you wanted to be as a little girl. And so I stepped right into the very same kind of role play that boys did with superheroes. And so I've always loved her ever since. So have millions of other people. And so it's just a special place in my heart and so incredible to get to be the one to bring it to the screen.
And you mentioned Linda Carter. What was it like having her at the LA premiere, and have you heard what she thought of the film?
Oh, yes. I immediately sat down and talked to her about the film. So it was amazing. I have made friends with her long before. It was very important to me to get her blessing and also have her understand how I had no desire to turn the page and do a new Wonder Woman. I only wanted to pass the baton on into the future of something that she's so beautifully embodied. So both Gal and I, have had great times with Linda before, but that was the first time she saw the movie, and I was so excited. She was so positive and still is emailing me every day as the reviews come out. We're emailing last night. She's been a wonderful cheerleader.
And the character now is 76 years old. Why do you think it's taken such a long time for the first big screen outing? And did that put a little extra pressure on you as filmmakers to really get it right?
Yes, it put a lot of extra pressure because I realize how serious this is. Anytime you're making a movie that people have been saying for in whatever way they have, I'm not sure that could succeed. A, it's an honor to get to make the first Wonder Woman. B, of course I want to prove that wrong because I've never seen it that way. I've always thought that Wonder Woman is such an important story. So yes, a lot of extra pressure. Why has it taken so long? A lot of reasons. I think it mainly comes down to the genre as a whole became obsessed with the belief of going after young boys for a period of time. And there were reasons for that, but many things have proven that that's changed and those days are over, so I think now is the time.
Well, Alan Heinberg is the screenwriter. I know he was into Wonder Woman when he was growing up and obviously wrote some of the comic books. I know you were an admirer of Superman, the creator of Wonder Woman was male. What does that say about, gender not being important when it comes to a female superhero? Yeah,
it says everything, and that's something I really aspired to. Being a hero and the story of being a hero is universal. You could tell it through a snail, or you could tell it through a man, or you could tell it through a woman. You could tell it through anyone. That said, of course, there's also something to seeing someone that resembles yourself and hits all of those same targets up on screen. And so I don't take lightly that Wonder Woman is something that girls have not had for a while and that they will have again in their lives the same way that I did. And so I think it's really beautiful. But just as I took to Superman, many little boys may take to Wonder Woman, and I hope all kinds of people do.
And there's action and adventure and romance, as we mentioned, but there's also a lot of humor in the film. How important was it to inject some humor into the film?
Incredibly important. It was the genre I was going for. The grand classic cinema, those films that I was aspiring to live up to have amazing sense of humor, great love stories, great excitement, great thrill, great message and theme. Trying to hit a little of all of those things for everybody is really the points.
And just finally, how gratifying have the reviews and the fan reactions so far been to you?
I can't even put it into words. I really can't. It's enough to touch me to start crying because there's the movie you want to make, and there's the hope that someone will see it. And there's the hope that some part of the audience will reflect that back to you. But to have so many people come with such open hearts back to the movie has been an incredibly emotional experience for all of us. Wonderful.
Patty Jenkins, congratulations.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're watching Hey You Guys!
Hey You Guys, huh?
Hey You Guys.
Is that from the Goonies?
It is indeed, yes.
Nice.
Hey You